how the panel is going to kind of look. I can put up to 4 people in there. So, in other words, fuck marriage, but I'll have kids.
It wasn't really that. Me and their father was together as teenagers,
Okay.
and just by the time we got to the marrying age, I would say by the time we were 23, 24, looking towards marriage, I was done with the relationship. He cheated a
How? Wait a
lot,
minute.
so
But you already had the kids.
yes, we already had the children. Yes.
So this one. So I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Black women, it seems like being a wife is more of a big deal than being a mother.
For some people, it was never that type of thing to me, and maybe because of what I saw as far as being a wife, I
Okay,
saw a
so
woman
why don't you? Okay, so I don't want to just assume, but how old are your
mhm,
kids?
14 and I'm
14 and 9.
yes,
And how old are you?
33.
33.
Yes.
So you had a kid at 18 or 19 years old,
Hmm.
and then another one at 24, 25, 23, 24.
Yes.
All right. So why was marriage no big deal then?
Um, Marriage was never a big deal on mine. I would say because I personally never I think I have like commitment phobia almost.
You got what?
Like I have a thing with commitment. I just don't personally believe, the
But
vows
you,
that people
but
say.
you,
I
but you
just
made a
don't
baby with
personally. I
somebody.
don't see people live that lifestyle. Basically.
So what? See, this doesn't make sense to me, is man, because it's like phobias and commitment. You committed to being somebody's mama until you die.
Yes.
What is it with women like yourself that don't seem to realize that that's crazy to us? Meaning that it's all right to be a mama and struggle or try to do the job of 2 people as one person.
Well, actually, I never had to do the job as far as their dad by myself because their dad has always been present. However, in a single mom aspect of, us living apart, I live, in my separate state and you live in yours.
Present
That
doesn't
makes
mean.
things
See, the
difficult,
thing
but
is,
that I
okay.
never
See,
wanted to be a
we
wife.
we get it we get it confused just because a child can be maintained.
Hmm.
A roof over her head, food on the plate, and clothes on her back does not mean a child is being raised. Trying to do the job of 2 people means you're one person in the house.
Correct.
That means there's a deficit. That means you're one side. You are unbalanced. It's a female's way of looking at things with no men in the house. And as somebody who has had to try to do things on the weekend, that's not the same. Why is
No,
it
that's
that
not the same. However, that doesn't mean every woman. I don't. You get what I'm saying? Some women look at marriage or being a wife as a pivotal point to success in life. That just never been.
you sound very?
I've
I
never
mean, so
really.
it's all right. So it's basically okay to walk around with you and kids and no structure.
No, not me and my kids and no structure. Yes, we probably should have more structure with having a father in the home. Absolutely, there's more structure, but it's okay for me to not be to be committed to being a mother, but not being committed to being a wife.
No, it's
You get
not.
what I'm saying?
No. See, I get that y'all want to believe that, but the results are pretty clear. That's why the black community is at the bottom because there's so many women that, like yourself, think, all right, I'll commit to being a mother.
It's either I can
Listen, now I'll
commit or
let you
I can
speak.
settle.
Don't let me speak. And then
Okay.
your child is 14 and 9. You don't know what it's going to be yet. You don't know until they're out of your house and realize, ever 18, what kind of people do we make? So you really don't know yet. But what we do know is the woman that came before you that
Hmm.
have children and don't worry about marriage. Do you have boys or girls?
I have a son and a daughter.
So you don't want your daughter to be married either.
No, not that I don't want my daughter to be married. If that's what she wants to do, she can. But I never made it a priority or a thing for myself. That's just me. I
But
don't
it was all
feel
right to have the kids.
I have not met the man that I feel that I can commit to,
Did you feel like the man you could do what?
that I can commit to with the way that he acts. Just like perfect example, I could
So
be
why
with
make
your
babies
father
with a
and we could
man?
be
Then why make
we,
so? See, ma'am, all this stuff would make sense if you wouldn't decide to become a mother once or twice. And this is what I need you ladies to start listening to. Close your mouth in this
listen.
situation. Listen, listen, listen. This is what's wrong for the problem in our community. We got women saying this stuff, and y'all don't listen to the rest. This is why our community is jacked up. We got so many individual women talking about, well, you know, I don't know a man who can do this or that. And it's like, well, who cares? You're somebody's mother, and we need families.
Yes, we do need families, but I do not support being a family with a male. Just because you have a penis does not mean you can leave.
But then why have his babies?
What do you mean I have his babies? We were in love. We had children. Just like people get married and they get divorced. It's the same thing.
No, it's not. It is not the
It
same
is.
thing. It is not the same thing. And
What's the difference?
that is another jacked up part of you don't even know what you basically what you're saying is like so many women. Whether you're married or not married, it don't matter because people can divorce.
But I'm
Marriages
just saying
are
in general,
listen,
people are
no,
divorced.
I don't no. Whether we get married or not, relationships can break up. It's this all things are equal. It's always relative. And the problem is in our community, this is how women think. It's no big deal. Whether you're married or not, just make the babies and have fractured, broken homes. Because
No,
I can
nobody
trust
set
you.
up. We didn't set up to have a fractured or broken home
But
because
that's what you got.
had I not left the relationship, we would still be together to this day.
So you broke
To
it like
this
I
day.
say. I say a lot of modern women
But
are
I
home
left the
wreckers. A
relationship
lot
because
of
I
women
was
are
not
home
about to let
wreckers. You wreck
somebody.
your own homes.
I
This is
wreck
what
my
we
home
end
because
up
I'm not
doing.
gonna allow a man to
We end
disrespect
up a
me
lot of
or
women
put his
start. You can't
hands on me
overtalk.
in
You
front
can't
of my
overtalk me.
children just to
You can't
say he have a
overtalk me.
home.
Oh no, hell no. Right. You can't overtalk me. And that's not gonna work. I've been trying to be cool, but when I start talking, you start talking. You can do that shit with your man, but you can't do that here.
But you do it to her.
If you want to
But
wreck
he
your
did it
home,
to
it's cool.
you.
But this is why our
But he did
community
it to
is jacked
you.
up because you women don't even listen to another point of view.
You're not listening.
You don't
You're
listen.
not listening. You sound like
Get your little
person.
cackling friend and check her.
Cackling
Check
my
your
ass.
cackling friend. If you want to
Cackling
talk,
my
woman, get on.
ass. You don't know
Check
what
your
you're
friend
talking
on
about.
bouncing. If she wants to get on,
Oh
tell her
yeah,
to bring her butt on.
absolutely.
No, tell her to
Playmaker,
get on
I
the. No,
chose
tell
him.
her to bring herself on the screen, or y'all both go. I don't do that background
I'm at work in my business.
Tell your friend to get on these
Parent,
bounce.
not married.
You can't even control your friend. This is crazy.
I'm not
This is the shit we talking. I'm seriously. Listen what just happened. I don't know a man that's good enough to do such and so forth. And who wants to be dealing with some